Baby step to your right.
One more time, Lana, just right there, that smile.
And Lana, you're right.
Straight ahead, Lana.
And Miss Condor, Miss Condor.
All the way over here?
Over that shoulder, looking back.
The hands. We're like, the
Straight ahead, right up.
Annie, big smile, Annie, on the left side, Annie. Annie, right here, that smile, Annie.
Slowly
Okay,
pan,
smile right here,
slowly
Liza.
pan.
Miss Toshi, Liza, one more time,
And
right here.
right here.
Can we do one without the shades?
No, that's part of the
Blue, straight ahead, Blue.
Hey, look forward. Look straight ahead.
Everybody straight ahead, please.
And Kurt.
And one more time, Sarah, on the left side. One more time on the left side.
And Farron right here.
Farron, one more time, Farron, right here.
Farron, straight ahead.
One more time right here, Sarah. Pin down a little. Brian, just 2 seconds here, man. Brian.
Can you face me? All right, Pam.
And Pam right here.
And Pam right here, Pam.
Mike, right here.
And Stephanie right next to her.
And Stephanie, one more time here.
And right next to her.
Just the front, turn your shoulders all the way towards me here.
All right, right next to
And
him.
one more time right here. Right here, pin down a little.
Whoa, guys, right here. Look at this way, guys.
And gentlemen together on the left.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is seriously top 2 greatest accomplishments in my career. I cannot believe that they let this happen. Like I'm so grateful. Often in animation, you kind of only see like the good parts of relationships, and in our film, we do like, it's very realistic. We have like the drama, the when you think your mom is trying to ruin your life, all that stuff, which is so real. So I was kind of drawn to the just like the authenticity of our script, the way that it was portrayed, like the mother-grandmother situation, and I was really excited because I wanted to make something truthful, so I felt our script did that. The truth is, mermaids are like horrible, evil, conniving fish people.
And krakens are
Wonderful protectors of the ocean, warrior queens, good people.
I feel like it was time to switch it up. Whether or not they deserve it, it was fun to see a new interpretation. We've been rooting for them for a long time, and it was time to maybe show the giant kraken some love after so many years.
of course.
You know? Never in a million years did I think I would be ocean battling Jane Fonda in my lifetime. So it's quite a mind-blowing experience. When I read the script, I was like, I think a lot of people are going to be able to see themselves in Ruby and not feeling 100% confident in their own skin, but then realizing over time that the things that are perhaps negative in the moment turn out to be your biggest strength. So I feel like it's kind of like a universal feel-good thing. And the underdog comes out on top, which is like the best kind of story.
Oh, I thought she was a lot of fun. She's feisty and she has a sense of humor, and most importantly, she wants her granddaughter to realize that she's not what she thinks she is, that underneath what society has told her she should be, she has the potential for being a leader, a heroine, and that's always important. That girls can be powerful, and that it's up to the grandmothers and to the parents to convince them of that. Better to be a kraken than a mermaid who looks beautiful on the outside but is evil inside.
Oh, it's a Jane Fonda! Jane looked at me, she said, "Hi, I'm Jane." Like, you need to introduce yourself. It's crazy. Oh my God.
I know, it's me. She's thick too. She's cute. I really love the way like she's pattern blocking. She's wearing every color in the world, every pattern in the world, and it just shows like express yourself on the outside. You know, like have fun. Like you're wearing glitter right now. Be bold. Be like have fun with your fashion.
It means especially a lot being a part of the Asian community myself, South Asian representation. We've got this girl blazing a path that we are so lucky to watch and witness. She's brilliant and she pours her heart and soul into everything that she does. Even press with her the other day was just flying high. She's just a joy. So she could not be more her character, but the like post-puberty version of her character. But it's true. She's such a strong, fierce woman, so I'm glad to be the woman that's by her side. We got powerful women in this, and behind the scenes too. Behind the scenes, behind the camera, but really, you know, the female filmmakers that made this possible, Kelly, Cooney, Salela, we've got Farron, Pearl, they all poured their heart and soul into this. There's so many generations, grandmama, mothers, daughters that are gonna be seen and celebrated, and it's gonna be a bonding experience to watch this movie together. To embrace all facets of yourself and embrace the change because it's inevitable. You're going to evolve, you're going to become, and like Michelle Obama says, we're all becoming. So just allow yourself to evolve and enjoy the different chapters that life has to offer for you. Rip that next page open, you know, rip open the new book, write the saga, be, you know, all that you want to be.
The first threshold was just getting on the carpet, just a carpet. Now I'm on a carpet while being in the movie. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that quite yet. But I'm happy because I get to come a little later than I usually do. So that's like the best part about it. This movie is all about acceptance and family. And I feel like a lot of teenagers, when they get into high school specifically, they just want to fit in. They just want to kind of like find their people. But they also kind of want to like have their parents see them as a person. And so I feel like a lot of kids are going to take away just what it means to kind of like find who you are and just kind of be who you are, no matter like what people may say about you. And I think that's like the most important thing.
Well, this is crazy. I've never been to a premiere before, so this is a first. To be courageous and to not lose your personality.
I think when we saw Ruby movie for the first time was a big moment that we feel like, oh yeah, this is our character, you know, so that was nice for me, I remember that. There's some of the superpowers that we have heard before about them, but we never seen them on these kind of characters and underwater, so there was a whole area there for us to play with. That was very fun. It's a great message. I think people will really enjoy, and I actually think there's a lot of fun comedy. It's like a good mix. There's comedy, there's action, you know, it's a whole good combination of things, apart from the great theme with some great, you know, woman female roles that are kind of leading the story. So I think it's a lot to like in the movie.
I just feel so honoured to be here, and it's always been like my dream to write a song for an animated movie, and like DreamWorks is my favourite. Like everyone who knows me knows I'm a DreamWorks girl, like through and through. Like Shrek and Fiona, all of it. It's like, oh, just to even be here and like have this opportunity is just unreal. I think like coming from London, like my dad took me on a trip here when I was 14, and I remember we came and we looked at all their pan prints, and I just remember being like in awe of like the history, and like my parents are actors, and it's like this is like Mecca for like cinema and movies, and it's just like it's so old Hollywood, and it makes me so I'm pinching myself that I'm here. So we've flown over from London, feeling very, very lucky to be here. I did a Zoom with Kirk, and he was the director, and he was talking us through like the story and Ruby's journey as like a young kind of shy, vulnerable girl in high school, and I was like, I relate so much of that story as like a redhead, like growing up feeling very like ostracized. Like music was what I turned to kind of overcome that. So for me, hearing her story, I was like instantly like all these ideas started like flowing, and I was like, I just want to write her a song that feels like an anthem that can like build her confidence up, and like hopefully at the end of the movie it's going to make sense. But yeah, I'm just over the moon that we've written this song called Rise, and it's one of my favorite songs I've ever written, so I can't wait for people to hear it.
I saw it and I was like, I think I need to do a little blue, purple, a little indigo moment. I think that it would be, right? You can see it. You can see it. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's the seaside. They're right by the water. So it's like that salt water, you know, like he's swimming in the salt water all the time. Like that really that'll help your curls a lot. Yeah. I mean, you feel protected, you know? It's a Kraken, like no one is stepping to you. You're feeling safe. You're feeling safe. Working on the project, I think the thing that was so exciting about me was how universal the story is and how we all can relate to a period in our lives where we were trying to come to terms with something that we maybe didn't feel proud of or felt a little ashamed of. I think that everyone has that at some point. If you don't have that, write a book, tell us your secrets, because, you know, everybody goes through that. So yeah, I thought that that was really cool. Anything that, you know, just taps into something that feels really true and human, that's always exciting to work on.
So when I read the script, I was obviously very inspired by Ruby. She's just curious and quirky and smart and sweet. And so I wanted to write a theme that was really memorable for her, something really special. I was also really inspired by the underwater world and how I could explore those kinds of colors. So I started hearing like dream pop and like synth pop in my head for some reason, so I kind of just followed that instinct, and so I recorded a bunch of guitars, which my husband John Monroe recorded all the guitars. It's like reverby guitars, lots of like harmonized, like wet sounding vocals, some like electroacoustic harp that's like run through all these pedals and stuff, and that just kind of shaped the sound of the score in a big way, and it sort of plays into Ruby's teenagehood, and then underwater it feels like really mysterious and kind of spacious and effervescent. I think the most powerful element of this movie is the three generations of women, Ruby, her mother, and her grandmother. And from a musical standpoint, I wanted to highlight that, so I wrote a motherhood theme for all three of them that sort of brings them together even when they're separate, leading their separate lives. It's like a fiber that kind of brings them together and how powerful they are as a family. I don't hope, I know that everybody's going to connect with this story because Ruby is universal. She is just looking for her identity, trying to find her place in the world, and I think we can all relate to that, and just like finding what's special about her and not seeing it as a weakness but a power.